What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. I think this is going to become a new normal for us. It's a good day, a good day for me to stream. And it's a good day in general. We're having a good time here. Let me just, there we go. How's it going? It's been a little while since our last stream. What has it been, like a week? Last time we learned how to build Android apps with Jetpack Compose, and we explored the consecrated snowfield in Elden Ring. Today is going to follow a similar plan, except we're going to swap it around a little bit. We're going to start with Elden Ring. Oh, there was a stream where we explored Nokron. Oh, that was that stream. Okay, cool. So this stream, we're going to explore Nokron a little bit more. The everlasting city. What is it called? The eternal city of Nokron. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll get to Mohg. Hopefully we'll get to defeat Mohg. That would be pretty cool. And I promise we're going to do UI Automator. I hope. No, I promise. We're going to do UI Automator. We're going to figure out how to read the accessibility layer of an Android screen. And then, maybe we'll try to go from there, make some automated scripts that use ChatGPT API. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, let's get into it. We are playing Elden Ring. Specifically, let me just switch over. There we go. All right. Here we are. Now, I've been saying for weeks now that I'm going to switch up my build. Maybe it'll happen today. I don't know. We've just been running Sword and Shield for the longest time. And I think it'd be fun to try something new. But honestly, I need some advice. So, any of you have any advice on what build I should go with, let me know. All right. As usual, we're just going to start with a little bit of farming. We're very close to having 2 more levels. See how fast we can get this done. Oh, look, this guy's got golden eyes. That means 25,000 souls. I mean runes. Which is just crazy. I mean, here it comes, and 25,195 runes from one enemy. That's crazy. That's like boss fight numbers. Alright, we're getting good at this. We aggro one of them with our sword slash. We draw him out so that we don't have to fight 2 at once. Then we're going to use the old mounted charge attack, jumping, dismounting attack, and guard counter. And then an empowered... fucked it up immediately. Okay, let's try that again. Mounted charge attack, mounted dismounting jump attack, and... okay, you want to do that? Then I'll just do this. Charge it up, and that should do it. Nice. And then we'll do that with this other guy. Should be no problem. I recently decided to switch it up a little bit. Instead of going straight for the guy sitting peacefully with the ghost owl, I go over to the side first, and I actually I lure this guy out. It makes it a lot easier later. Yeah, come on over here. Come a little farther. Oh, you want to play it that way? Okay, I'll just duck behind a tower. Come on. Yeah. Charge attack, dismounted jump attack, and guard counter. Empowered critical attack. That's how you do it. At least that's how I do it. I love this sword. The dismounter, I don't want to give it up, but there's so many other weapons in this game. I think after this run, we might have enough for 2 whole level ups. Actually, we probably already have enough for 2 level ups. I'm just going to put them in a faith because I want to try some miracles. I've never done those before, but they look like fun. Especially the rings of light. The ones that the The fish people cast. Those look like fun. Didn't manage to get this guy super efficiently. There we go. That's more like it. And then we just lure this guy over here with a sword sling. That's perfect. Come around for the charge attack. Oh, just barely got caught out there. Whoops. Alright, charge attack. And then a guard counter. Come on. Yes, that's the way to do it. One more enemy. This time I'll lead with the empowered attack. And we don't have to empower the last attack. I don't think. Oh, he's got the golden eyes. Golden eye. Nice. Is that gonna do it? I don't think that's gonna do it. He's still alive? No, he's not. All right. That was a very nice farming run. Almost flawless. Well, let's dump those runes into Faith. Beautiful. All right. Now, the Consecrated Snowfield was a lot of fun. We did that last week, and I think we're done with it. You can actually see where we defeated the Wandering Mausoleum. Yeah, that looks like him. And then there was a, yeah, all the way over there, like at the very end. Then there was like a church. Did I fully explore this church? I would love to get to the Halig tree, but honestly, I feel like we need to finish Nokron. The, Eternal City. Oh, hello. Some jellyfish. Jelly? Fish. Jellyfish. What is that? That's Rhett and Link. Love Rhett and Link. Used to like Rhett and Link. A little bit more. Haven't seen anything from them lately. Oh, a lot of lilies. Actually, that's a little piece of lore, I think, because isn't Trina the, just another word for, Mikola? That's what I heard from, Vati Vidya. I don't know if that's true. I can't reach him. What are the jellyfish? I never did figure that out. Nice. Yep, there's the mausoleum. That thing was hard. It could fire magical mortars. That, they were like an instant kill almost. Instantly knock you off your horse. Hey, I forgot to get this item. Golden rune number 12. Nice. Well, you know what was crazy? Was those, rune bears. Those icy rune bears, or something else. Was there something over here? I think we should go to Nokron. Huh. Tiny land octopi. Nascent butterfly. The nascent butterfly is sort of analogous to Mikola. And what's the other butterfly? There's the smoldering butterfly, which there's a theory that that is analogous to Melina because she sets the tree on fire. What was the third butterfly? I don't remember. But was it a butterfly of scarlet rot? Because that would make sense, because Mikola's sister is Millennia. different than Melina. Alright, that's enough. Let's go to Nokron. Oh, that must be how you get to the Halig tree. Because it's all the way over there. Now I kind of want to do it. Alright, change of plan. We're going to clear this little town. Find out what it's all about. Maybe we should put on the latest episode of the Adam Ragusia podcast. It's about franchises that got banned. I didn't know that was a thing. Miquella's Lily. Wait, so Miquella's Lily and Trina's Lily are different. Hold on, I gotta look at the item descriptions. So, Trina's Lily, or Trina's Lily, a light purple water lily that is on the verge of wilting, a symbol of faith in Saint Trina, dulls the senses, preventing agitation. And Miquella's Lily is a delicate water lily of unalloyed gold that has started to fade and wilt. A flower signifying faith in the Halig tree, thought to be beloved by the Empyrean Miquella in his youth.
Interesting. Ah, the lover. What's up here?
Golden Rill. Oh, hello. There's a kitty cat vying for my attention. Of course I'll pet you. You are adorable. Oh, he flops down in his bed. He likes to keep me company while I'm playing my game.
So cute. All right, where were we?
Climbing up this tower. Yeah, I did not expect a dead end. There is some artifacting happening. You know, I heard that there's better voice software now. I think maybe we should do a little bit of an upgrade. This voice software, I chose it 6 months ago, and AI is moving so fast right now. Yeah, hello. Gonna get right on my lap. There's a kid account on my lap now. Alright, let's explore this a bit more systematically, shall we? I'll do a bit of a perimeter sweep. My goodness, that's a lot of damage. Wow. They're so hard to kill and easy to be killed by.
Let's try that again. Got the souls back. Oh my god. There's no advantage to killing them either. Like, I've already killed them. They don't drop good stuff, at least not yet. And the range. How do you do this without... I guess some magic would help. That's more like it. I mean, anything's easy when you're one-on-one. It's when they're ganging up on you with their sniper shots. Even the little ones have huge amounts of health. This is taking all my concentration. And it's not even part of the city. These guys are assholes. So much health. What? From all the way over there. It's like they're homing in or something. Alright, there's got to be like a pattern to this. Like, you got to take them out one by one. Alright, I want to take out that guy first. I can't even charge up my attack. The mobility, the range, the tankiness. They've got everything. The rate of attack. Crazy. Have a fucking pin cushion. I'm gonna lose my souls. Well, there goes 100,000 souls. I can't stay alive under that kind of fire. What the fuck? This place, these enemies, I don't like it. New plan. We're gonna go to Nokron. What did we just do? We just defeated the twin gargoyles? Yeah. Where is that? Is it this? I think it's this. Alright. No horse allowed. What's next? Also, maybe it's time for programming? That's a pretty good stopping point. Which way is the way out? Equip my hand lantern. I thought this is the way I came in. Isn't this the way I came in? Huh. Yeah, this is definitely the way I came in. What about over here? Oh. Yep, I've already been down here. Oh, hello. Oh, it's nice to be over-leveled again. Oh, there's a room behind the waterfall. Have I been back here before? This. I guess there wasn't much back there. Is it over here? How do I move forward in this area? That is so funny that I can just walk across the waterfall like that. What does this say? Be wary of gorgeous view. That is a gorgeous view. I'd love to get over there. How do I get over there? Oh, there was a place in the Ainsel River that I never explored. It was like a big room. I should go back there. Could I go through the waterfall? I would like to go through the waterfall. Looks like there's nothing behind the waterfall. So what was the point of defeating the two gargoyles? Oh. This Sight of Grace has a ray of light pointing the way. I guess I'll go that way.
Maybe I missed something. Oh! I can rest in the coffin. That must be it. Let there be coffin and hidden path. Something incredible ahead. Alright, we're gonna rest in this coffin. This takes me back to Dark Souls 1, when you would sleep in a coffin to go commune with Nito. Alright, take me to the next area. Magical coffin. Oh, it's a flying coffin. That's cool. That is so funny. What is this, like an elevator? Oh, wow. We have ascended. Where are we? We're at the top of the waterfall? Yes, I believe we are. There's a tree. Deep root depths. Huh. Wait, are we? Like, oh my god, we are underneath the Erd tree. So, we just teleported so far. We went from, northwest Caelid all the way to Lane Dell. Yeah, we are underneath the Erd tree, so these must be its roots. Wow. Can I use my horse? I can! Yay. Well, kind of looks like my audio's a bit desynchronized. Wonder why that is. Let me try that again. Oh, hello. Is that Mope? Oh, it's an avatar. A root avatar. The audio sounds good on my end. What about on your end? Yeah, there's an issue with that. Let me check that. Oh. Sync offset. Capture card. Video delay. 3,300 milliseconds. How about now? Whistle. See how that sounds. I might mean to change the audio delay as well. Nope, still bad. Okay. Let me try that. Alright, I added a delay to the audio as well. Let me try that. Oh, yeah, I think that might have worked. Let me see. Whistle. Yes, it's working perfectly now. Alright, apologies for the desynchronized audio this whole time, but I think we fixed it. Brown. So these are the roots of the Erd tree. Oh my. They go all the way up there. This is very cool. Oh, there's a big insect down there. Don't really like the look of that. They're like the ants from the Ansel River, but flying. I would love to kill that avatar. Can I do that? Let's see. I've gotten pretty good at anticipating their moveset. Oh yeah, he doesn't have that much health. Run, 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 run. Oh, I almost got stun locked there. That is a rough attack when he slams the ground and then causes an explosion and then fires laser beams. It's just not fair. Almost there. He's doing it again. Run, 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 run. That's how you avoid the lasers. That's how you do it. Nice. We will. Oh, I got his staff. Nice. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. But I'm over leveled for this area, so that makes sense. So I guess the way forward is to go across the roots. What's back here? So he spawned here. Which way is north? That way is north. And according to the map, the Erd Tree is southwest. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a big-ass ant. Whoa. Oh, wow. That's terrifying. I hate that. They've got poison, got massive heads. I'm almost dead. Torrent, take the wheel. If I can get one of them, there we go. Yeah, if there's only one enemy, it's not nearly as hard. I guess they're weak to jumping attacks. Yep, looks like the only way forward is west across the roots. I'm gonna try to bait this one off of the root, because I don't want to fall and die. I guess they have the ability to spit scarlet rot at you. At least I assume that's what that is. Absolutely terrifying. Come on, a little bit closer. There we go. Alright, just have to do that again, and then again and again. There's so many of them. A little bit closer. I'm gonna try to do a jump attack. Hey, hey, I was fighting you. Come back. Oh. I guess you can make them fall off the edge. That's one way to do it. These roots are kind of dead ends a lot of the times, aren't they? I think we have to jump to another route. Let's try that one. Oh, a cave in the wall. Oh my god. This is creepy. I don't like this. I don't like that big booty over there. Alright. Nice that we have a reliable one-hit kill. Just do a guard counter with an empowered sword and seem to do the trick. Yep. That wasn't so bad. Newman's rune. Who's Newman? Hey, that went pretty well. Those aren't nearly as hard as the flying ones. Is there not like a map of this area? Nice that I can use my horse even though I'm in the cave. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any other ways to cross. This one seems promising. Oh yeah. Oh, that's how you get across. Oh yeah. This is the way forward. It's gotta be. Just look how many flying ants there are over there.
Ooh, a smithing stone. That's actually not that good at this point in the game. Oh, there's those ants that I wanted to kill. Nicely done. Oh, shit. That was a big mistake on my part. Well, this area is pretty cool. It's definitely got character. I think I want to watch some of that podcast episode. Adam Argusia, what you got for me?
From the greenhouse, it's the Adam Ragusia Podcast, episode 75, and as popular as franchise restaurants are in our world, you might be surprised to learn that franchising came very close to getting itself banned as a business model in the United States circa 1970. There was a public moral panic about franchising, and lawmakers, still high on the fumes of the progressive era, were poised to act, for better or worse, to effectively ban a business relationship in which a big company, like McDonald's, sells the right to operate individual McDonald's locations to other people, traditionally local small business people. That's the business model undergirding more than half of the fast food restaurants we patronize here in the US, and it has spread the world over. Franchising might have been effectively regulated out of existence were it not for the formation of a huge, deep-pocketed lobbying group to represent the interests of franchisors, like McDonald's Corporate. This group proceeded to play politicians like fiddles, and by the dawn of the 21st century, franchising was not only definitely not banned, it accounted for more than 10% of all private sector economic output in the United States, according to a study commissioned by said franchisor trade group. Franchising is here to stay, for better or worse. In this mostly historical episode, we're going to cover the birth of the modern restaurant franchise to its near death in the late 60s, early 70s, and into its heyday, which we're arguably still in. This will be the last in a little trilogy of fast food-focused podcasts that we have done lately. When I was researching Dunkin' Donuts for last week's ep, I came across this quote about Dunkin's founder, William Rosenberg. This is from the biography of Rosenberg on the University of New Hampshire Library's website. The UNH library holds Rosenberg's papers. So this is the bio that they have up there for him, okay? So quote the University of New Hampshire Libraries. In 1959, Rosenberg had the idea of starting the International Franchise Association while attending a franchising convention in Chicago. At the time, franchising was in its infancy and faced the threat of being legislated out of existence. End quote. I wondered what the heck that line was talking about, and this whole episode is going to be about what that line was talking about. I'm relying here mostly on a legal history of franchising that was written by the attorney William Killian, who edited the Franchise Law Journal for a long time. He's obviously a pro-franchise voice.
Ooh, what the hell is a melted mushroom? Let me look that up real quick. Have I gotten that before? No, that's unique. So is this. Ducist herba grows in the false night in and around the eternal city. Soaked in arcane dew, it gives off the faint glow of starlight. And the melted mushroom, a mushroom that grows in the false night in and around the eternal city. It drips with a viscous fluid that behaves much like oil. Well, not a ton to learn from that, except that there's a false night around the eternal city.
so I have tried to take his more evaluative observations with a grain of salt. We're focusing more on the cut and dry history here anyway. What is a franchise? Well, historically, franchise is just another word for freedom. As is generally the case in English, if we have two words for exactly the same thing, usually one is of Germanic origin via the Anglo-Saxons and the Frisians and such who came to England en masse between the 5th and 7th centuries. And the other word that we have that means the exact same thing is generally of Latin origin via the French-speaking Vikings called Normans who conquered England in 1066. Franchise and freedom, or their etymological ancestors, probably meant about the same thing in 1066. They described a liberated status. A person or group with freedom or franchise would not be enslaved. Or perhaps they'd be exempted from punitive taxation or from military conscription or other temporary forced labor. The word franchise comes from the French word for themselves, the Franks, the Germanic people who gradually wrested control of the Roman province of Gaul and renamed it after themselves, France. In the political context of early France, to call someone a Frank was to call them a free person, a person of the privileged ruling class, not a slave like everybody else. This dynamic lives on in the English language today, where we describe like real talk as being frank talk. I'm being frank if I'm being free in how I express my opinions. Frankness equals freedom, because the Franks were the free people in the society that produced the word franchise. To enfranchise someone was to enfranchinate them, to give them the legal status of Franks in France, enfranchise, to legally Frankify someone. And in this historical context, to give someone the legal status of Franks would be to liberate them from slavery and to grant them some kind of citizenship with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. An enfranchised person may still be very low class. They may be at the bottom of the class structure, but at least they aren't below the bottom. An enfranchised person...
Very nice. We have a sight of grace. And a finger reader, crone. What does she have to say? Oh, sure, she's sad? What's going on? Oh, my goodness. What's all that about, then? Oh. All right, what do you got for me?
Oh, Lord Godwin. Such cruelty. Such humiliation. Oh, my poor, sweet lordling should have died a true death. As the first of the demigods to die. As a martyr to destined death. But why must it yet bring such disgrace? A scion of the Golden Bough, sentenced to live in death. How could such a thing come to be? Oh.
Well, that was something.
Oh, my poor...
Whoa. So Godwin was executed at the opening cutscene. That's what started the shattering, I think. That's what brought death to the land between. But if he died, how is he still living in death? I thought living in death was something that happened because of the lack of destined death. But he's the result of destined death. I don't know. I think I need more Vati Vidya.
Is part of the state, or part of the realm, or the empire, or whatever it is. An enslaved person is under the state. An enfranchised person is part of the state. And historically, that has meant some reasonable expectation of private property rights, etc. And in more recent centuries, it has meant the right of a citizen to vote. We still use franchise that way in English today. It's the specific right that we have to vote in elections, the franchise. When we disenfranchise people, such as when we in the US deny people convicted of felonies the right to vote. When we do that, we are effectively kicking them out of the club. We're saying, you're no longer one of us, one of the Franks who run things around here. Whereas you used to be part of the community of the realm, now you exist beneath the realm. So that's how the word franchise entered the English language and why it was synonymous with freedom, the Germanic equivalent, contributed to English centuries before by the Frisians.
Ah, fuck.
As is generally the case in these English synonym situations, the word of French origin gradually accumulated new layers of meaning due to its more prevalent use among the ruling class, which was French-speaking for centuries after the Norman conquest. Due to its use in the halls of power, franchise came to be the word for freedom that we use when talking about a freedom bestowed by the crown, or by the government, or in some cases the church, which was a transnational government seated in Rome. Because freedom...
Oh, wow. That's pretty quick. Death right there. Damn. Yeah, guess I won't go charging through that again.
was the word of the Germanic-speaking people that the Normans ruled over, freedom came to refer to those rights held by common people. And those rights are generally like natural rights, or rights that people would have thought of as flowing directly from God, or directly from the Constitution, etc., as opposed to rights bestowed on an arbitrary basis by the king or the pope. A natural right is the right to not have your property seized arbitrarily by the state without any compensation. It's the right to not be imprisoned or tortured or executed without cause in due process of law, etc. We came to think of those rights as freedoms because those are the rights held by the common people, who spoke Anglo-Saxon and therefore would have called them freedoms. A right bestowed by the king might be the right to rule over all the land in this shire and to collect rent and conscript troops and workers in the name of the king. That's a franchise. A right bestowed by the king might be the right to collect taxes in the name of the king and to keep a 10% fee for yourself or whatever it was. That's a franchise. It might be the right to not perform otherwise mandatory military service, or it might be the right to not pay a tax that everybody else has to pay. Or it might be a monopoly, the exclusive right to provide ferry service on this section of the Thames or whatever. Because these are rights bestowed by the king on his friends, and because the king and his friends generally spoke Norman French, they naturally used the French word for freedom to describe these rights: franchise. As a result, a new dynamic emerged where we use freedom to describe rights that derive from the ultimate authority, nature, God, whatever you consider the ultimate authority to be, while we use franchise to describe rights that derive from a lower, more worldly authority, like the state. In that sense, franchise has evolved to be more synonymous with privilege in English, a right that is not inalienable, but one that can be granted and taken away at the pleasure of some earthly authority like the government. That's a privilege. And that's a franchise in modern English. But here's the thing about free market economics. It tends to produce a whole lot of little kings. If you're a king ruling over a people and a territory, and if you let your people form companies to buy and sell things and to sail around the world and import and export things and to build factories to make things, etc., if you do that, if you allow your people to engage in what we would now call free enterprise, If you do that, you create new little kings who accumulate so much wealth and authority within the statelets of their little companies that they can and do ultimately rival royal authority. Companies are often like little states in the sense that the leaders of the company are able to exert near dictatorial control over their employees. When you, a worker, sign an employment contract, you are essentially relinquishing many of your natural rights and putting yourself under the authority of your employer. The biggest difference between a corporation and a state is the state can use its monopoly on organized violence to compel you to do what the state wants you to do, whereas all corporations can do to compel your behavior if they employ you is to threaten to fire you, because ultimately you have voluntarily placed yourself under the authority of this employer, and therefore you can remove yourself from that authority whenever you wish, at least in accordance with whatever contract you signed. So anyway, in the 19th century,
Can you, though? Can you voluntarily remove yourself from servitude? They kind of got you by the balls, because without continuous paychecks, if you live paycheck to paycheck, which 70% of Americans do, you're going to be homeless in a couple months. So, if you can't find a job, you can't leave your job. I think that's coercive, personally. I think we should do something about that. I don't know. Form a union. That's my advice.
United States specifically. During the rise of the robber baron era in the US, we start to see the word franchise being used to describe a right bestowed not by the government, but by a corporation or other private sector entity, because Henry Ford was like a little king. So when he granted a dealer the right to sell new Ford cars, it was kind of like a royal franchise. So they called it that, a franchise, a right bestowed by one business upon another business in this case. That's what the word usually means these days in North America. It's a business relationship. No one knows who operated the first franchise business in the US, but some of the earliest noteworthy examples from the mid-19th century include the Singer Sewing Machine Company and the McCormick Machine Harvesting Company, which became International Harvester. These companies made big, expensive machines, and they generally sold these machines to independent agents, middlemen, wholesalers who would buy 100 Singer sewing machines out of the back door of the factory and then take them into the city to sell Singer sewing machines to retailers or to consumers at a profit, right? Gradually, Singer started exercising some control over these independent agent, wholesaler type people who were representing Singer's brand all the time, but who did not work for Singer. There were problems, like independent agents not really understanding the sewing machines or how they work or how to repair them. Independent agents fighting over sales territory. You know, one agent goes into a general store and offers to sell sewing machines for slightly less than the other agent that also was trying to sell sewing machines to that same store. And this creates a downward price pressure that ultimately squeezes everybody out of business. So Singer developed a model where they would grant an...
Oh, what we got here? Elden stars? The hell is that? It sounds awesome. Is that a spell? Incantation. Elden stars creates a stream of golden shooting stars that assail the area. 50 faith! That's so much! This legendary incantation is the most ancient of those that derive from the Erd Tree. Creates a stream of golden shooting stars that assail the area. It is said that long ago the Greater Will sent a golden star bearing a beast into the lands between, which would later become the Elden Ring. That's some lore. It's like the main lore. Wow.
Individual sales agent exclusive rights over a territory. They would say, hey, we at the Singer Sewing Machine Company, we will not sell any sewing machines to anybody other than you in the North Baltimore territory, and in exchange for that franchise that we are giving you, in exchange for that, you will come to the factory and you will sit for a training course so you know how the machines work and how to sell them effectively, and you will sell them within a price range set by us, etc. And maybe we'll even float you a line of credit so that you don't have to come up with a big pile of cash to buy 100 sewing machines. We'll just give you 100 sewing machines and call it a loan that you'll repay with your profits, etc. So in that sense, you can see the modern business franchise relationship emerge organically in 19th century U.S. commerce. The reason the Singer salespeople didn't work directly for Singer was that they never worked directly for Singer. They were always just guys who hung around outside the Singer factory with a wagon and a pile of cash. The franchise relationship emerged as a way to formalize that link in the supply chain between the manufacturer and the retailer, wholesaler, consumer, all that. The retailer/wholesaler cedes some of their rights to operate their business as they see fit in exchange for some special access from the manufacturer. This worked particularly well in the farm implement business, which required enormous local knowledge on the part of the salesman. The farm equipment business was highly seasonal. There's only one tiny sliver of the year when farmers would be thinking about buying a combine harvester and have the cash to do it. And the market was highly personal. To sell combine harvesters, you had to know what time of year to go into a given rural territory. You'd have to know which farmers don't already have a combine harvester, and you'd need to convince Luddite farmers of the value of a combine harvester. An integrated sales.
Fuck these guys. I hate these guys. Ever since Dark Souls, I hate these guys. Everyone hates these guys. Fucking weird-ass basilisk with your curse fog. No curse fog. Good thing they don't have very much health. They look cool. They look, they got a lot more eyelids than they did in Dark Souls. Do they still have tiny eyes that are their actual eyes? They do. Yeah, those aren't their actual eyes. Those are a distraction. Their real eyes are right above the mouth. Yep. Get out of the way, Tori. Yeah, there's one of the eyes. Terrifying. Alright, what's in here? What is that? What is that thing? Is he gonna come closer? Get a better look. It's, the fire monster. Oh, okay. Oh, I remember these guys. They're like deformed gargoyles. Fought them in Lame Dell. They're made with flesh grease. Vacuum slice. That's cool. What does that do? This Ash of War grants an armament the quality affinity and the following skill. The Vacuum Slice. A lost skill of ancient heroes. Hold the armament aloft to surround it with a shearing vacuum, then launch it forward as a blade-like projectile. Well, that's pretty cool.
Team directly employed by the McCormick Machine Harvesting Company probably could not do this. They'd have to live their entire lives on the road, moving with the seasons from one farming territory to another, and they would lack local knowledge once they got there. It made a lot more sense for McCormick to say, "Hey, Farmer John, you bought one of our harvesters last year. You seem to be enjoying it, and you seem to have a silver tongue for a farmer, so how about you try to sell our harvesters to your farmer friends? And then we'll split the money with you. I mean, not evenly, of course, but we'll split the money with you some ways, and that's how McCormick ended up with a network of sales agents who were nominally independent, but who effectively worked for McCormick. In the late 19th century, General Motors and Ford and such adopted the same model for selling their cars. They contracted with independent sales agents called dealers, who secured the right to sell.
This is a mausoleum guard. That must mean there's a mausoleum around here. They cut off their own heads to prove their devotion, I think. And they wear wings that look like the death birds because they believe in the cause of the death birds, which is to bring the dead back to the Earth Tree.
New Ford cars by agreeing to do it Ford's way. That right is a franchise. Ford was the franchisor, and the dealer was the franchisee. And so it remains to this day. But that's not really what we think about when we think about franchises nowadays. That specific kind of franchising that has become all but synonymous with franchising is business model franchising. That's a more specific...
Oh yeah, there's a mausoleum. Where does this go? Oh, well. Well. Can I get on the branch? That didn't seem that important. No, it can't. Weird, I guess that's the only place it goes.
thing, and it happens when one successful business owner, hopefully successful, it happens when one business owner basically sells their business model and all of their secrets to another owner who will replicate the first business at some different location. Basically, you sell your secret formula. PN. Anyway, the kind of franchising that we mostly see in the restaurant industry today is what's called business format financing. Franchising, rather. And an early example of that would be the Rexall drugstores. Druggists used to be more like doctors, albeit with much sketchier training. They used to get their druggist license, and then they would set up shop as an independent retailer in a business that resembled like the private practice of a physician. Druggists gradually banded together in cooperatives of various kinds to centralize and streamline their supply chains. A co-op of 20 druggists in Chicago could buy aspirin at a lower unit price than one druggist buying aspirin alone.
Let's head back. I want to go back. Okay, I want to loot that first. It's a lot of good stuff over here with the hat. There's a ton of random things here. It's like there have been a lot of people coming through here in the coffins and dying. Like I'm not the first one. Wow. Ooh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of these headless mausoleum knights on a horse before. The horse is also headless. Nice. Attention to detail. The horse is still charging around. Oh, that's not a horse. That's a deformed gargoyle. So where'd the horse go? This is fascinating. I like this area quite a lot. Another deformed gargoyle. But this isn't the Eternal City, is it? It says it is on the map, but this is just the ruins around the roots. Have I already been over there? I don't remember. Oh, I've just done more time over here. Oh, fuck. That's fatal. Give you time to realize what you've done.
Their own drugs centrally and then sell them through their individual independent stores. Eventually, successful druggists started opening second and third and fourth locations that became integrated chains as opposed to co-ops. Integrated chains owned entirely by one entity and still benefiting from economies of scale. That's how Charles Walgreen built his drugstore chain in Chicago in the early 20th century. In Boston, Justin Whitlock Dart was a graduate of Northeastern University who married Charles Walgreen's daughter, and thereby became an executive in the Walgreens Company. Dart is credited with the idea of putting the pharmacy counter at the back of the store, both to provide a little privacy for sensitive conversations and also to force the customer to walk by rows and rows of tempting merchandise before they get to the drug counter. Walgreens was a pioneer in offering non-drug merchandise. They had their own ice cream factory for their malted milkshakes, for example. Then Justin Whitlock Dart divorced Ruth Walgreen and left the company. In 1943, he took control of the United Drug Company Co-op, and he rebranded all of the stores and much of the merchandise under the Rexall brand name that it already owned. Rexall prominently sponsored the...
That looks like a boss fight. What is that thing? Ew. So like a deformed root monster. Is that dark root? Is this whole thing dark root? Is this the crucible tree? Under the Erd tree. Where are we? No, we're not under the Erd tree. We're a little bit further north. Across the roots. Okay. I'll come back for that in just a second. I don't really have enough souls to worry about losing. I just want to get a better lay of the land, you know?
Amos and Andy show and quickly became a household name. The Rexall model became one in which the company owned the brand name and the distribution system, and they either made or licensed a lot of the products, but the stores themselves were individually owned and operated by franchisees. This is a business format franchising example. Rexall was not just contracting with outside entities to sell their products. Rather, Rexall established a successful way of running a drugstore. A certain customer experience associated with a brand name that Rexall promoted through expensive national advertising. What Rexall offered franchisees was the right to start their own Rexall store under the Rexall brand name, selling Rexall products. You don't have to have any ideas of your own. You just have to put in the startup capital and the work. Another early example of business format franchising is the Harper Method salons. Martha Matilda Harper grew up in domestic servitude in Ontario and later across the border in Rochester, New York. She developed particular knowledge in the hair and skincare world. She invented her own hair tonic, and she used her life savings to open a salon in Rochester to promote this hair tonic, which she called a gentle, natural alternative to harsh chemicals. Pretty forward-thinking marketing for 1888. She also hired lots of fellow former servants, and she trained them, and eventually she licensed another hairdresser to open a Harper Method franchise over in Buffalo, New York, and the chain spread from there. She mostly franchised the stores to other fellow lower class women. Again, franchisees weren't signing up to help Harper's business, but rather they were signing up to replicate Harper's business. That's the distinction with business format franchising. Early examples of franchising in the food industry include Coca-Cola, though that wasn't really business format franchising. That was more a system where Coca-Cola contracted with local business entities to bottle and distribute Coca-Cola. The company made the syrup. They sold the syrup to franchisees who would mix it with soda water per Coca-Cola's instructions and then bottle it and sell it to local retailers. Franchisees aren't really replicating Coca-Cola's business in that context, rather they're just part of Coca-Cola's business. Where we see business format franchising emerge in the food industry is with fast food. Again, it's debatable/unknown who was first, but I can find no earlier example than the roadside root beer stands operated in California's Central Valley by Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright, A&W. California was at the vanguard of this new automobile-based lifestyle that we Americans have inflicted upon ourselves, and A&W Root Beer pioneered drive-in curbside service where a tray boy would serve you through your car window. In the mid-1920s, Allen bought out Wright and started franchising the business. But this was also not really business format franchising, because all Allen really sold to franchisees was the right to sell A&W root beer from the concentrated syrup that he made. Allen did nothing to standardize the food menus or the look of the stores, nothing. And that was understandable because he was not charging franchisees a percentage of total sales or anything like that. Roy Allen made money by charging franchisees a small, one-time upfront franchise fee, and then he sold them his root beer syrup. He set up franchises basically to create customers for his syrup. That's not business format franchising. A customer could have a great experience at the A&W in Stockton, but then have a completely different experience at the A&W in Modesto or Bakersfield. Not great. If all you want to do is sell drink mix and not help...
This mausoleum looks a little bit easier than the one in the consecrated snowfield, because it doesn't have fucking mortars on it. Huh. That's weird. Where's all the, Father Son? Nope, that's not it either. Where's the stuff that I'm supposed to knock off? There's usually little barnacles. They kind of look like skulls. How am I supposed to get it down on its knees if I can't destroy the barnacles? Huh. Am I supposed to go above it? Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. What's that? Oh, right. Bolts. So I need to climb. Oh, hello. That wasn't hard at all. Nice. I need to climb the roots and jump on top, I think. This should be fun. How do I get up on the roots? That was cool. 3 at once. I see. I need to get up there. Well, I'll just keep following the wall till I find it. Oh, hello. There's a big guy in there. A little bit scary. Come on. Yeah, I'm overleveled. He's got a lot of health, but not a lot of damage. Nicely done. All right, anything cool in here? Yes. Let's keep learning about franchises. This is a great episode.
Run retail outlets, well then really you're better off selling directly to like the consumer. Anyway, back in the early days, A&W made money by selling their root beer syrup to franchisees. They did nothing to standardize the menu or the look or any other aspect of the customer experience across all of the many franchises. And that was a missed opportunity, at least early on when they did that. The great potential of a chain is to create a uniform experience that attracts travelers. The automobile boom in the United States created an explosion in travel. And unlike dining,
I see a Crucible Knight protecting this, oh, it's that kind of Crucible Knight. Okay, boss fight. Surprise boss fight. I don't think it'll be super hard. I've defeated Crucible Knights before. I'm over leveled for this area. When in doubt, just do a bunch of guard counters. Nice! Yep. Let the stamina charge up. Oh, he can do that. Alright. Touche. In the most literal sense. Oh my god. I've been stabbed. Oh, I was a little too cocky, wasn't I? Wow. Okay, let's try that again. I think we can get him.
on a train or something where you're a captive audience and you just have to accept whatever they sell you. When you're driving, you can choose which roadside restaurant you stop at. So, the great potential of a chain restaurant is to say to that driver, "Hey buddy, I know you're not from around here and you don't know where the good places are, but look, here's a perfect clone of your favorite restaurant from back home. Or maybe it's not your favorite, maybe you hate it, but it's the devil you know. You know what you're getting into when you stop at this chain restaurant." And that was very appealing to a gigantic new class of automobile travelers in the United States. You know who understood early on that standardization would be key? A guy who inherited a failing cigar business in Boston named Howard Deering Johnson. Cigarettes were coming in, cigars were going out. So Johnson sold his father's failed cigar shop in 1924 and bought a soda shop in Quincy, Mass, the same suburban cradle of Dunkin' Donuts. Johnson introduced new, higher-fat ice cream recipes that he made himself with hand cranks in his basement. And then he started selling burgers and hot dogs, and he opened a second location in Quincy, but he had two problems. One, incredibly long lines at his stores, a good problem to have. And two, the Great Depression, which was a bad problem to have. Johnson could not raise the necessary capital to open a third location, and a fourth, and a fifth, etc. So, in 1935, Howard Johnson entered in...
Looks like he's got a little bit of help. That's awkward. I think I'll run around a little bit. Tough. That's all. So close to killing him. Ouch. Nice of him to keep his distance. Wow. That was embarrassing. It's like I'm not even trying. They have the same moveset as the knights from Stormvale and Lamedell, which is nice. Makes them a little bit easier. Feels like I fought them before. But I have literally fought them before, just not very much. Alright, I hope he didn't grow all of his health back. Oh, nice. Let's go finish him off. Alright, one more hit. We did it! He got the Crucible Knight. Nice job. What did we get from that? Something good? Ooh, the weapon! Siluria's Tree. That's awesome. Let's look at the description of that. Alright, Siluria's Tree. Requires 20 faith. Siluria's Tree, weapon of one of the two, honored as foremost among the Crucible Knights. The primordial form of the Erd Tree is close in nature to life itself, and this spear, modeled on its crucible, is imbued with ancient holy essence. Unique skill, Siluria's Woe. The rest of the weapon in a spiraling motion, surrounding it in a vortex of wind. Charged attacks have the power to blow away enemies and can fire the tornado forwards. That is a cool weapon. Alright, what's inside this tree? Is this the primordial form of the Erd Tree? There's a chest. Is it a transportation chest? I'm gonna read this real quick. Depths. Great tree? Well, it's not that great. It's kind of small, actually, compared to the Erd Tree. Arbor. Oh. Alright, I'm so excited. I'm hype. What is it? It is the Crucible Armor. Oh, that is beautiful. Is that better or worse than what I have? What I have is very chunky. Okay, it's a little bit worse. But it looks so good. Is it that much worse? Yeah. It's better against physical and holy. But it's worse against everything else. You know what? I can't resist the drip. Let's put it on. Find out. Oh, wow. That looks drippy as fuck. I think we're going to wear that for a while. It's just so regal. You know, it's got antlers. It's got the horns, the antlers of the what do you call it? The omen. Yeah, it's like misshapen, you know. Which is kind of the whole point of the crucible. That's where the misshapen and misbegotten creatures come from, and the Golden Order is trying to rewrite history and make everyone think that's bad, but that was always that used to be a sign of something holy. And the Omen twins, Morgott and Moog, are literally demigods afflicted with the Omen. It's kind of awkward for the Golden Order to explain that one. I mean, Morgott was literally ruling over Lamedell when we arrived.
Hate these things.
Oh wow, that is a very far away enemy.
Creepy music. That felt cheap. That cheese did. Nice. I think I saw an item over here. Where was it? This is a cool area. Was it up there? Maybe I already got it. Yeah, I think I already got it. Oh, there it is. Just gotta go up here. Hey, this is how we get on the mausoleum. Alright, we do seriously need to do some coding soon. I think what we're gonna do is defeat the mausoleum, get in the coffin, and take a quick little break, and then dive into UI Automator. Alright, let's do this. Yes, we got it. Oh, there's the crusty stuff, the barnacle stuff. Get off of here. Get out of here. It's a very different mausoleum clearing experience this time. Like, where's the threat? I guess it was all just about being kind of a puzzle. Like, to get up here was the hard part. Now that we're up here, it's like easy. Oh my gosh. Oh, we did it. It's done. That's why. Okay, cool. We beat it. Very cool. Remember last time when I died because the mausoleum sat on me? I defeated it, but I was still under it. And it just crushed me. It just squished me. That was great. Lightning Great Bolt. Very cool. Anything behind this waterfall? Nope. Nicely done. All right. This area feels pretty clear. Oh, except for that big boss fight room. We'll do that next time. Hey, it's a bear. A lot of health. Holy shit. It's okay. I know how to fight rune bears. I know their attacks. I say, as I get brutally bear hugged. Hey, that wasn't that much damage at all. I'm being sloppy. Good thing I'm so over-leveled. I should just use small attacks. I shouldn't try to go for the big ones. Just a little poke here, and a poke there. That's more like it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I missed it. Oh, that's too bad. Nice. Nice big finisher. A respectable amount of souls. Wow. Fan daggers. Some beast blood. Nicely done. And some melting mushrooms. Alright, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get off this game and start working on Android. I'm so excited. Once we get our APK to be able to execute UI Automator commands, we should be able to control the phone remotely. Yeah. Or not remotely, but from itself. The phone will be able to control itself. The phone will be autonomous. Alright, what's over here? My theory is that this takes us back to the Sealfur River in the like Acropolis looking thing, if that's what it's called. I honestly don't remember. What is the Acropolis? I should look that up. Alright. Where is this gonna take us? I'm gonna go off the edge? No way. That is so cool. I think we might be back in the Sealfra River. Maybe this is the Ainsel River. That would also make sense. Love that armor. Huh. This looks completely different. Where the hell are we down? I Shabir. I didn't see you there. Only Banyanya. I gotta get better looking at my chat. Alright, where are we? Oh, it is the Ainsel River. Very cool. So that I've been here before. Oh, fuck, what the fuck? I guess that was a drop-off. Me give banana. Have a nice day. Potassium. Banana. I gotta put the chat up on the screen. I gotta figure out Streamlabs. That'd be good. I did it again! It doesn't look like a drop-off. Okay, we do actually need to stop this and do some programming. Alright, grab those runes. Oh, hey! There's a Site of Grace. Alright, I'll just get to the Site of Grace and then stop.
What pickle?
To what pickle does this refer? Oh, I've never been here? Huh. But it connects, doesn't it? Oh, right. I never came here because of whatever the fuck that is. Yep, saving that for next time. Nice. Well, that was some good gaming. Hello, my esteemed viewer. We just finished up a nice session of Elden Ring. You can go back and see that if you want. We're going to take like a 10-minute break, and then we're going to do Android programming. Hell yeah. Android programming. All right. Yep, so I need a quick break. I'm going to get something to eat. Then we're going to dive into the UI Automator framework for Android. We're going to try to make a phone use itself. We would make some content along the way. So let me pull up some tunes and see what we got. Yeah. What should we play? I think it's time for... I mean, it can't go wrong with the Fat Rat. I think we're going to go with the Fat Rat. Specifically... Origin. Love Origin. All right. Be right back.
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. Here's to the ones who let shine through the rain, the ones who stood for something more. We won't forget your names. The tide is high, say goodbye, we're setting sail, and all those midnight secrets told, we'll take them to the grave. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun.
Greetings chosen, I've been waiting here for you since the beginning of this universe. You know the world is fading, there's a secret power hidden in your soul. Don't be afraid to use it, 'cause you're the one, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one. 'Cause you're the one, you're the one, you're the one, you're the chosen one, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one, you're the chosen one. Greetings chosen, I've been waiting here for you since the beginning of this universe. You know the world is fading, there's a secret power hidden in
infinite power.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on. Memories never change.
All right. Change of plan. We're going to end stream a little bit early today, but I promise we're going to get into Android automation next stream. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a good one.